It's supposed to be.
I think that's supposed to be from Michael Che.
It's supposed to be. Let's see if I could hear this. Hello? It's not working. They're not working. I don't want to sound like the typical radio guys that complain. You ever hear them?
No, I don't listen to radio, really.
You know, there's radio guys, that's all they do is, this, and they complain about that. And I'm not a complainer.
They complain about this and they complain about that?
Yeah. This and that they complain about. But, these are the headphones I got to work with until they order me nice headphones. And that's, it's no big deal. They're only headphones. This is only one of the biggest studios in the country. I think headphones will be easy to get, don't you?
Yeah.
4 weeks now.
Sorry, I zoned out a little bit during your headphone talk.
Well, folks, give us a call, 866-969-1969. We have 2 guests coming in, hopefully.
We did our podcast already today, so we're, we'll take some calls.
No, I mean, don't act like we don't have the energy. Let me tell you what happened.
Oh, I have the energy. I'm just saying.
Yesterday, I had this pimple on my back. Do we have music? You want some ailment music?
Do we have ailment music ready? They never have any music ready.
This is like, you know what it is?
At this point, they should just be able to tell when we need the music.
And hit a button.
You know what I mean? Then they still just sitting there. I have to say, we need music 20 times.
There's music ready.
Well, then play.
We just have never heard ailment music. Has never been requested before.
You should be like a good waiter. You should know what we want before we even want
music. We've got sad music. We've got abs music.
Well, add ailment music to the list.
Okay.
Yeah, some ailment. But I thought ailment music was one of the first ones we asked for.
I thought that was one of the first ones we asked for.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a great producer.
What's wrong with Rich Voss? We always do.
Yeah.
What ails me? Is that what we were calling it?
What ails me?
What ails me? By Rich Voss.
You know what? We haven't talked to him in a while. We also haven't talked to Dr. Steve in who knows how long.
He's abandoned us. We've been too mean. We're too mean to everyone.
But we're not mean to Dr. Steve. You know what?
I'm a little bit mean to him because I feel like now I've generated this character and I've got to keep it going.
The problem is, and I feel
deep
bad.
Deep down, I'm actually a very nice person.
The problem is, I only call him usually when I have an ailment, and that's not being a good person.
That's not a good friend. We never listen to his show.
Well, I don't listen to any shows. I don't listen to any because I don't have time.
He listens to our show, and then he'll be like, "Hey, you guys."
I've listened to his show a lot driving, and it's great because
I've never heard it.
I've heard it. But
I don't have it in my car.
I've heard it many times in the car coming back, or going.
I would actually love to hear the show.
It's good. It's good. I'm not going to say that. I'm not saying that just because I'm a Dr. Steve kiss ass, but he does. He knows what he's talking about. So
puts out a nice product.
He does. One time he did a show though. It was all on poop, and I wasn't a big fan.
I didn't appreciate that.
I'm not a poop guy. So
I mean, you do. You spend such a crazy amount of time thinking about poop or pooping that you don't want it to also be your entertainment.
So anyhow, I went to the doctor. Yeah, here's the deal.
Somebody did a name anonymous, location anonymous.
They just hung up.
And then they hung up.
Why don't we get our ailment music? Is it ready?
Comments anonymous.
Do we have did our producer quit too?
He was on the phone. I don't know if he's calling a band to come in. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. He's getting a DJ ready.
866-969-1969.
Oh, here we go. This is ailment music.
Green plastic ball.
Okay, so I had this.
It's just a little bit loud, I think.
I like it. Turn it down a little.
Turn it down a little bit.
I had this pimple on my back, a little pimple.
That's perfect.
And I guess there was a blackhead in it, and I couldn't see it, and Bonnie goes, ugh! And she pops it out.
Yeah, but with an insane amount of
pressure.
Pus or whatever it is called.
Pus came out too?
The white stuff?
Yeah.
Loads of
No, the white stuff, that was liquid gold. Okay, so...
I bottled it in case it was worth something.
So the pus came... So then all of a sudden it's killing me. I go to the doctor yesterday.
That more came out than when you come.
Yeah, it's true.
That's how much it was.
So I go to the doctor yesterday, and he said, yeah, it's a little infected, and he gave me medicine. I go, well, while I'm here, can you take blood for a prostate check? Because when you get the finger in the butt, that's...
You've been going for prostate checks every 2 weeks.
That it didn't work in the car. That joke didn't work in the car.
I know, but that's just because
What? So
I'm doing it to the person who goes and gets all the prostate checks. Of course, you don't want people to know you're just like the doctor must be like, I just did it 2 weeks ago, and you're like, oh, you need to do it again.
boy, well, you might as well drag it out, get as
And
much
then,
out
like
of
2
it.
weeks later, you're, like when you leave, it's like people, when you get your hair done, they're like, "Do you want to just make the next appointment now?" You do that.
Yeah.
You're like, "Yeah, just put me down in 2 weeks."
Well, a lot of times when you get your hair cut, you'll go, "Can you go do this again?" And I'll do that when I'm getting my prostate.
What do you mean when you do this again?
Like, can you cut this little part a little more before you leave?
Oh, you're like, "Can you do it with your pinky now?"
That's what I do.
Yeah. Hey, how about your thumb?
So, can you do it with your thumb and grab my ball sack and carry me around the doctor's office upside down? So,
Like a bowling ball.
So it was a little infected, and they gave me medicine. So I said, while I'm here, take blood, because for a prostate check, if they take blood, it's a better, it's more precise than putting a finger in the butt. So yesterday they took blood. So I'm on the phone coming in, and I get a call on my and, I get a voicemail. This is Dr. So-and-so's office. Can you give us a call? So usually, when everything's okay...
Now the music's bothering me.
Yeah, you can turn the music off.
You're taking too long.
Am I?
Yes, you should have been like, "Hey, I got a blood test," and then they called me for the results.
Well, I would have if you didn't do your fucking dumb joke about going every 2 weeks. You don't think that added to the length of the story?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So I'm
But
right
still,
one time. Why don't we keep track?
You're doing a lot of unnecessary details also, in addition to...
I give details. I'm a detail
At least mine
person.
was like, and it was like a somewhat humorous edition.
So they take
Yours
a
are
blood
just
test.
like, then he was tapping his pen for a couple of times. Then he wrote something on a paper. Then he handed me I don't know what he would hand you. A balloon.
What's this mean? Can they send someone downstairs and get one of our guests? They're not letting them in. God damn it. This is really...
Is it Michael Che?
No, it's Pete.
Pete.
Oh, he's here. No, he's here. So anyhow, the doctor calls.
Oh, he's here. Rich is in the middle of an ailment story. Please settle into a seat.
So here's the deal. I go to the doctor yesterday. Then we'll give you an intro. And I go to the doctor, and they take blood because I want to get a prostate.
Okay, we could been through that part.
Okay, well, he didn't hear it. Get my prostate. When they put a finger in your ass, that's a way to check, but blood is the best way to check for prostate cancer.
You don't need to get it turns out Rich has been getting the finger up the ass every 2 weeks for no reason.
Yes.
He can just get a blood test.
So, then they call me today, the doctor's office, and go, "Hey, this is Dr. So-and-so. Can you call us back?" Well, now that's 10 after 5. Now they're on fucking night break till 6. Just leave me a fucking... Can I call you? But now for 50 minutes, I'm having a fucking anxiety attack.
Because he can't find out what the blood test is.
So I call back and they go, "Oh, everything's fine." You couldn't have left that on the fucking message. "Hey, this is Dr. So-and-so. Your blood came back. It's fine." Instead of going, "Give us a call." Because once they say, "Give us a call," you know what happened to me that one time.
They can't tell you over the phone.
They can say everything's okay.
They can't leave a message, though.
They can't leave a message?
They can. You have to answer.
Oh.
Yeah, doctors can't leave, like, voicemails being like, "Hey, you're all good." Like, they can't. You have to, like, answer.
Oh, did he just say what I told you 87 times
It's
in the car?
confidential, dude.
Okay, I got one time... Okay, here's the other story. One time...
Well, I hope this one pays off.
One time... I went, years ago, everybody went for an AIDS test. That was what you did back in the day.
Yeah. No, I remember.
What?
Oh, we was all doing it. We're going in for our AIDS test.
You never got an AIDS test?
Of course I did. Everybody did back then. It was a fun thing to do.
All the fucking cum you swallowed.
This is
You never went for a
Twitter,
fucking...
of course. Before you did your social medias, we'd go in for AIDS tests. That's how we had our fun.
So...
It's a good place to meet people.
So I went in and get my AIDS test, right? Then I get a call from the doctor because my doctor...
Did I ever meet you at the AIDS place?
So whenever there's nothing wrong, they would tell me there's nothing wrong. So I get a call. They go, "This is Dr. So-and-so. can you come in tomorrow?
Oh,
I'm going,
shit.
what? Why would you want me to come in?
Well, what specific incident, though, was running through your mind?
That I had.
Which, you must have thought of one in particular that was like, that's the person who gave me AIDS. What was it?
I don't know. This dude.
I caught you. I finally did it.
So I go, why would you want me to come in? Just tell me over the phone. They go, tell you over the phone, your tooth came in. It was my dentist. And when he said Dr. So-and-so, but my tooth came in. And
Your dentist knew you had AIDS?
No, stupid. They wanted me to
He just
come in.
looked at your tooth and was like, oh, God.
Oh, God, this guy totally has AIDS.
Filled with AIDS.
Filled with it.
Judging by this bicuspid.
Well, luckily, we have our first guest. I don't think our other one will make it because he didn't know where he was going. And when he emailed me, he went Rich in all capital letters. Does that mean he's yelling at me? He didn't know where he was going.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was like, pick up. He doesn't understand how email works.
Oh.
He was like, if I all caps this.
It'll get there fast.
We didn't have phone numbers. Anyhow, so we have Pete Davidson. You guys might recognize his name from frequent appearances on the Byron Allen show.
How many times did you do
I'm on
that
there
show?
all the time. You know what? That guy's a fucking genius.
Yes.
You know that guy's worth like $500 million?
Easily.
How infuriating is that?
He's as funny as an AIDS test. Okay? Because he buys the airtime.
Yeah.
And he
fills it up with his own show.
Yeah.
He's fucking bananas.
Yeah, but his show is like, it's the worst round table when it's prepared. Like, so you just got back from Afghanistan. You had an abortion. You know, I mean, he'll just, like, you got to do your dumb bits on his show.
Yeah.
I fucking ate it when I was doing his dumb show. I fucking ate it.
Yeah, but you should be happy that you ate it.
That's true.
It's weird if you kill him on that show.
But he gets major comics from L.A. on there.
Yeah.
Big fucking name comics.
Everybody does it because that's one of those shows I felt like that was like the first thing you got. It was like one of the, you can do comic view. And you're like, oh my God. Yeah. Can't wait.
Look, I'm going to interrupt you guys for a second to talk to Jeff from Richmond. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Bunny. How are you doing?
I'm good. You're going to need to put your headphones on. Oh, yeah? What's up?
Hey, I'm just curious. You're so beautiful, but you always come on so angry. And now
You're right.
I kind of understand it now because when Rich calls you stupid all the time, it is amazing. But you just squeezed his whole career out of his back.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do I seem angry or more like I'm serious about being funny?
No, I think you're serious about being done with this thing.
This is so bullshit,
It doesn't
man.
seem like you're into this.
Do you want to ask anybody else any questions?
Pete, we have...
No, yeah, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Bunny, can I make love to you?
Ugh, after you lose 100 pounds, fatso.
I'm not against fat people.
I know, you fucking...
I bet you I can rank with you, my friend.
You can rank with me? Can you do 2 hours on stage? Huh?
Well,
After following a middle act that's
an
black?
unwanted 2 hours.
If you want to throw down, I'll come to your show and take my shirt off with you.
Oh my God.
He wants me.
I don't think you want to do that. Rich is shredded.
Not anymore. No, I'm all right.
All right, Rip McGee.
All right, we'll talk to you. Go to this guy that said something was ripped off from the Modern Family. What the fuck is
Steve from Jersey.
Hey, guys, big fan. Mostly Bonnie, though.
Thank you.
Oh, got me.
He's right. Go ahead.
So, there was an episode of Modern Family where the main character freaked out because he got a call from a doctor's office and said, call me back, and he freaked out.
Oh, shit. He knows.
It was the exact same story.
Yes,
But guess what?
okay. We'll cop to it. We were watching Modern Family before we got here, and we said, you know what?
Let's
pretend that happened to us, so we have something to talk about.
First of all, this happened to me probably 13 years ago is when I had an AIDS test, and I did that bit on stage.
The problem is it really wasn't a funny story when they told it or when you told it.
Yeah,
you know what, Steve?
Guess what? Does every story have to be funny? Can they just be a
shit on you?
They're scumbags.
Oh my God.
They're scumbags. Everything doesn't have to be funny.
First of all, Steve, you're the joke because you're sitting around watching Modern Family.
Yeah, and you're listening to us. And you're listening to us. You're listening to us. How empty is your life?
All right, that's good.
All right, so we're on
866-969-1969.
we are drive time in LA right now, folks. We have fucking Pete Davidson from Saturday Night Live. Okay.
This is always so, like, the guests are always like, what happens here?
This is great. I feel like I'm watching, like, this is like when you do a dinner.
So
you take callers?
We take calls.
So, well, Pete, I knew Pete. I didn't know Pete. Pete, you started comedy like you were like 15 or 16?
Oh, yeah, I was 16.
16, okay. You probably heard Chappelle started at, right? You started at 16.
Yeah.
And in Staten Island, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Staten Island. And for some reason, you had my email or anybody, and you always wanted me to come
No, your actual number was on your website.
No fucking way. My phone number. No.
Your actual, in like 2010.
There's no possible.
It said, call this number, and I called, and you were like, hello? I was like, is this Rich?
No.
Oh,
No,
my
his
God.
actual...
possible.
What?
I'll tell you how it happened. I'll tell you what happened. You're wrong. You're 100% wrong.
No
but that's
way.
okay. That would be a funny story. I'm not... What happened was you emailed me about a couple things about doing a club. Then I emailed you back my number. Then a year later, you called me with some fucking guy from a podcast. That's what happened.
I'm pretty sure your number was on
I will
your
bet
website.
$1 million.
I like that story.
Oh, no, that was Bobby Kelly.
I never had my fucking
That
number.
was Bobby Kelly.
Was it Bobby Kelly?
Yeah.
Oh,
my
okay.
God.
I called you and Bobby Kelly when I was 16, and both of you were horrific to me on the phone.
Why? What did you say?
Because, no. When you called about the club, I said, yeah, if we could work it out. You were trying to get me into Staten Island.
Yeah, I was trying to get him, like, I was like, I think I get you like $80 to headline.
I guess you were friends with a club owner?
Yeah.
And so, and I knew who booked the club, and whatever. And this is when I was making real money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm talking major fucking money.
Okay.
I'm talking fucking poo money. You know what I'm saying? No, because you didn't make that kind of... Oh, you did. You used to have TV shows. You had deals.
Yeah. Remember before I met you when I was doing really well?
She had fucking got a $200,000 deal, and I met her when she was broke. She blew the $200,000 living with some fucking
It
clown.
wasn't 200,000.
How much was it?
It was 185.
Whoa. So anyhow, Pete, then he calls me with his podcast. Was it a podcast or a radio?
No, me and my buddy had a internet radio show in his attic.
Yeah.
And before I go further, he's like 35 and I was like 16.
Oh,
Like, he
so
was my
that's
friend.
creepy.
It was just weird. I was just trying to like do anything related to
Was it hard
comedy.
to break up with him?
Yeah.
Was that a tough...
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
So we had no guests, so I was like, I have Rich Voss's number. And then we just called and you answered. And you were like, hey, what's going on? What the fuck? And then you just started shitting on our show before we even said anything.
Well, not
And then
because the
my
other
friend was
guy
like,
didn't know who I was.
You're surprised.
But listen, when you're on TV, I'm going to tell you fucking something. I'm a fucking legend. Now listen to me.
You are a legend.
Okay, thank you.
brother.
No, you're right. I didn't really, that's my character. Any radio show that calls me, I'm going to fuck with them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he got mad though.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I don't care who you are. You can go fuck yourself. And then Rich texted me like, don't ever call me ever again. I don't want to ever do your radio show. Good luck with your career.
Well, I
That's
said good
fucking
luck.
condescending. Yeah, but that was condescending. That's what you say to people who you want to fail. Good luck with your career.
No, I don't want, here's who I want to fail. No one. Because God doesn't want it that way, and I don't want it.
That was weird.
That was really weird. It was
I
like
couldn't
you
think
were
of a-
really going to say somebody's name, and then you were like,
I better not. I could give you about 30 names, not somebody's name. You don't want anybody to feel it. In this business, you're only competing with yourself.
Oh my God, shut up. Please, I can't entertain
After the
those
ninth
kinds of...
failed pilot, that's what you just have to say to
You
yourself.
know what?
Yeah.
I heard you on the phone tonight, and you were giving that like, you got to do stuff on your own, man. You got to really do your own
Yes,
thing.
yes.
I like new
know,
positive
but it's
Rich.
just such a like, ugh.
Listen,
Shut
you
up.
know about fucking pilots. Remember when we did this before you got SNL, when we were doing the fucking the casino?
Yeah.
Okay, and you came back. And
What
you were telling me
casino?
story. It was so funny how you were telling me about all the fucking pilots out there and stuff.
You guys have known each other a long time. I don't think I've ever had a conversation
No,
with you.
we've never had a conversation.
I've avoided him like completely.
Yeah.
I've
all
always,
the time.
and this is before he got TV. I started being nice to him because I worked with him and he was funny.
He let me do 6 minutes in front of him once at Gotham.
Yeah, well,
But you
guess
must
what?
have been
But it
very
was still,
complimentary
but it
to
was,
him because he's only ever said good things about you. He's
No,
never.
I think Rich is great.
No, but it was a weekend at Gotham, to give a guest spot to anyhow, whatever. That's not a big deal.
Because I don't believe that Rich can actually see talent in others.
Are you kidding me? You know how many people I've picked that are going to make
you
it?
like people that like you.
Well, of course, that too. You like club owners that use you. You like anybody who uses you or likes you. Of course, you're not going to dislike them. But I can still see, and he was, what it is. In the beginning, he was young, and I didn't know he was that young. And, I was an ass when they called me on their dumb fucking attic radio show.
Then you found out he was 16.
I didn't
He
know.
was like, hello?
No,
And
no.
then you were scared.
No. Oh, yeah. With that, yeah.
The FBI.
The FBI's going to come on. So,
The
and
things
then-
I
but
said to
then-
him that day on the radio.
No,
show.
but then we worked a couple times, and there's certain people you like and dislike. You know what I mean? If you dislike them, you just don't hang out or talk with them. That's not a big deal, right? You don't hang out and talk with everybody, do you?
I do a lot of times.
You do. You think you're the fucking
I
mayor.
marry people I don't like. So it's weird. I'm weird that way.
So now, I don't know. Let's talk about the roast. You fucking crushed on the roast,
Oh, thanks, man.
and you had probably less than a week. You were notified less than a week, right?
Yeah, they told me like a month in advance that I might be able to, and then like a week before they said that it was a go. But I kind of knew about it. I just didn't go fully hard at like writing.
But that
You
was your
started
first
thinking about
roast,
it, though.
right?
Yeah.
You've never done a roast before.
I did Mike Buschetti's roast, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, I know. You're it's picking on my. Well, anyhow,
You
it does.
don't pick on Mike Bichetti.
I love Mike Buschetti. I'm
so
so
were you
glad that he was
nervous?
found. No, he was missing in Montreal. Like,
No fucking way.
yeah,
This weekend?
Artie lost him.
What?
Yeah, Artie tweeted like an array of tweets. He's like, this is not a joke. If you guys see Mike Buschetti running around in Montreal, please grab him and like find him. And it was like a 2-hour Twitter search.
And they found him?
They found him.
Where was he? He was under the doorstep. He was
just sitting there.
just sitting there for hours calling out his mother's name.
I don't know
that's
the
fucking-
exact story, but it was like a 2-hour Twitter hunt that was very entertaining to watch.
He's so funny. So you did.
I like though that you didn't have any empathy at all. You were just like, "This is humor."
I was like, yeah, I
You
knew
were
it was
like,
going to
"Ah."
be fine. You know,
Now, when you did the roast, you went towards. Were you first? Or
I went first.
were you
went very
nervous?
first? Were you nervous? Yeah.
I was happy to go first.
Yeah,
For
'cause
some
I'll-
reason, nobody really wanted to go first. And I was like, that's the fucking whole point.
Yes.
So I was excited. Well, I was really nervous, but once I found out I was going first, I was like, all right, cool.
Uh-huh.
And then it was, it's weird. Like, it's really, really weird. Because you're just sitting there with a bunch of people that you don't know and you kind of like.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's weird to do, but like, I'm happy I did it. It was
And
fun.
then after you're like, "Hey,
Hey, what's going on? But everybody was a pretty good sport.
So, okay, the roast is 80 minutes, I think, on TV.
That was like a 3-hour.
It went over 3 hours, right?
Yeah, that was long.
How much did you do that they took out? Did they take out a lot of your stuff?
They took out 7 minutes.
From
holy
you?
shit."
Yeah.
Holy fuck. So you must have done.
They did like 11, and they put like 4.5, 5 up there.
That's what. Yeah. God damn.
Wow.
Can you imagine being in the audience for 3 hours listening to a? Can you imagine being the last
It was,
comic?
but it was good. I mean, it was.
Yeah, that was one of the better roasts. Mm-hmm. That was, and Kevin Hart's so likable. How could?
Oh, yeah, he's great.
You can't fucking fail.
His energy is amazing.
Yeah. And he kept it going for the 3 hours too, I bet.
Yeah.
During breaks and stuff.
Yeah, and even during breaks, he kept the audience involved. And yeah, he's great. He's a really great host.
And what's her name killed? I thought
Natasha.
Natasha killed Martha Stewart. I thought was fucking funny.
That was ridiculous. That wasn't even fair. Like,
Yes,
how good that was. It was insane.
well, whoever wrote. I mean, she had a staff of writers there.
Of course, but she still fucking killed.
Yeah.
Like,
Her
you still have
delivery.
to deliver that
Yeah.
shit, you know?
That was so fucking funny. What she said about the watch. With Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I like when she when she was just like, when you're finished fucking, you can all take home Martha Stewart linens.
Yeah.
That
She
made
was
me
great.
laugh. And she sent us all linens.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
wow.
awesome.
Natasha was that roast was a good roast.
Everybody did really great.
Not everybody.
Well,
No, but it was good. It definitely out of the last couple, that was probably the best one. Who closed that one? Was it Jeff? Did Jeff close it?
no. Might have been Hannibal. Was it Hannibal?
Yes, Hannibal had a
He
close.
did great.
And
He had my favorite joke that they cut. He was like, I'm going to butcher it, but he said something like, I'm not buying this whole fake, let's make fun of me so people like me again thing. And it murdered.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it made me laugh so hard.
And that's the first time you met Bieber?
Yeah.
Was he nice?
Yeah, he was nice. It's like, he's a superstar, so it's
Yeah.
like weird. You know, like I met him, and then like within a minute, he was in a different outfit that was like cooler than the one he was wearing. And I was like, this kid's awesome.
Hey, can one of our producers go down and get the other guests? He's here in the building.
He made it?
Yeah, but it's going to be impossible to get up with fucking U2 here.
I know. It's you too. Who is
Yeah.
that?
Rich, your face.
What?
Who the fuck is you too?
Just some band. And this is what I like about Pete, and I'm not going to name names. Mm-hmm. We were at, I think, Stand Up New York, and it was a Comic-Con, and Pete was fucking trashing him. And
You
it
don't
was...
seem like that kind of person.
No,
No, in like a nice, not like career-wise, just the type of person he is. Like, I would never trash someone's comedy, but if someone's a dick, I will most certainly say that
it
they're
was
a dick.
so fucking funny. Hearing this...
He later has apologized and we have reconciled, but I
Oh.
still think he's a dick.
Oh, okay, I didn't know you guys had a fallout.
We didn't have a fall. It was just like, I was like 17 years old. And you like fucking ruined everything. Hey, man.
They already took a picture.
How many pictures you gotta take of this guy?
Yeah. I know, they're coming in here like it's a fucking photo shoot. We're doing a fucking radio show. Okay, if that's what
We
you
get
want to
the
call
big
it.
guests. All right.
I know.
It happens.
7 to 9 drive time in L.A. Just remember August 8th, Ridgefield Playhouse. Me, Bonnie, and Jim Florentine all together. Why don't you take a call? Oh wait, no, call this guy in
Fucking
Utah.
beautiful.
Go to Ben in Utah. Please.
Number 3. Ben.
Ben, what's up?
What's up, Rich? How you doing, buddy?
Good, how's it going?
I went to your show on Saturday. I gotta say, you say you're a legend, but it's officially true, man. I loved it.
Thank you.
Oh, shit.
Thank you.
Yes, my friend
Man.
called.
Okay.
I texted him.
What's that?
I said Bonnie's okay, but Rich is a legend. Let's be honest.
I know he's a legend.
I'm just a comic who's been around. And,
Oh, Rich, you are so awful.
no, look, you can't buy respect. You got to gain it. That's all. And I've done
Oh,
enough.
my God.
You know, I just gained a little respect. That's all from my peers. That's all.
Ben, you got anything else?
Are you dying? What the fuck, dude?
No, that's amazing. I just,
Why are you so nice? It's so fucking weird, dude.
Can you take your gum
Fucking
out? It's like-
Zen Rich.
I'm not.
he's just, when he talks about himself, he gets really into it.
I'm
I
not.
almost have
I'm
a
not,
tear coming out of my eye.
I'm not being nice. The guy was at my show, and he praised me. So what am I going to do? Go fuck yourself? This is a fan. Okay.
This guy gets it.
What show were you at?
Hey, Rich.
What?
Hey, you were at the roast with Anthony, right? You and Bonnie.
Well, I was there. I just introduced Luis Gomez. Yeah. What? Why? What about it?
People are saying Anthony Cumia didn't do that good. What do you think about the set overall?
First of all, he did well. He did great. Roast. First of all, how many roasts does Anthony do? He did great. The only criticism I would say about that is his pacing might have been a little off. After 75 beers, it's not easy to pace. But no, he did well. I know.
Well,
Whoever
you
said
can watch it online. Go
yeah,
and
who
check it
said
out.
he did bad? Why are people saying he did bad? He didn't do bad.
Yeah.
No.
Wasn't it kind of uncomfortable when Bonnie kind of like roasted herself? It was kind of like uncomfortable in the room. Like it was a little too late for that, Like, Rich, would you do that as a legend? Would you do that? Like,
Wait, listen, first of all.
Let's ask legend Rich Voss.
Okay, first of all, Ben, listen to me. Okay, because I don't know how many roasts you've done. What Bonnie did was probably the most innovative, clever thing I've ever seen
Thank
on
you
a
for
roast.
remembering the word innovative that I taught you.
Clever for a cunt like her to come up
talking about this.
for that bitch to come up with
Thank
something
you.
that fucking clever. Who roasts themselves on somebody else's roast? Have
Yeah.
you ever seen it?
That's cool.
You know why, Ben? Because nobody roasts me. They always just end up making jokes about Rich. So I was showing them how it can be done. There are jokes
I love
to
you,
be
buddy.
said.
All right.
Thank you, Ben.
Thanks for coming out, Ben.
All right. What'd you do today?
I went and saw Pixels with my girlfriend. It was awesome.
Oh, I heard such bad reviews about it.
Well, I don't understand why. It's really fucking good. It's really funny and like it's like
My
awesome.
daughter wanted to see it, and instead I took her to see Ant-Man.
She would have loved it. It's awesome. It's a really cool movie. Like the special effects are really sick.
Is it a cartoon?
Kinda. It's like it's half.
Do you know what pixels are?
Do you know what Pixels is?
Yeah, it's something they do with computers or fucking like something they do with something. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm. And
It's
I just want you to keep going.
it's pixels. Why are you looking like a contortionist sitting there?
I
think
just have
he's like-
horrible posture.
I feel like
and
he's
I'm like slightly afraid of being
yes,
in here.
that's what
Why?
I don't know. I'm not
It's
really
like-
comfortable. I'm comfortable, but my body isn't.
Well, you've done radio. You've done radio
It's
before.
so weird.
You're going to be a great actor. I'm super self-conscious.
But you've done radio.
Yeah,
You
kinda.
know Bonnie and I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like there's no.
We don't know
there's
each
no-
other. I've
I
talked
just
to him
have
twice
the
my whole
fucking
life.
Oh, really?
Worst posture. But Dr. Steve says you should have called him about your prostate. You just texted me. You don't
Did you?
text? I text him for every ailment.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit! You know what?
Hey, man.
Hey.
Look at this. Now we have our second guest come in. We had a little problem, I think. I didn't get your email, folks, ladies and gentlemen. You might recognize him from Evening at the Improv. Michael Che is here also from SNL. Like the email you sent me?
What the fuck is wrong with these headphones?
Oh, shit. Oh, no, don't.
What?
Say anything bad about the headphones.
Why?
Because he's supposed to be advertising them right now. Wasn't that the whole deal? To put
No, he
those...
put on the wrong ones when he said, "What the fuck is wrong with these?"
Yeah.
No, those
Thank
are the
God,
good ones.
Those...
So
Beats by Bonnie. What do you?
I didn't get that email because we were driving in.
Oh.
But you seem mad because, like, I don't know any emails. I'm not like an email texter.
But we did notice it was like all caps and like, is that yelling?
Oh no, that was more like
Pick up, pick up.
Yeah, it wasn't. No, I
That's
wasn't
what I
angry.
guessed.
Not at all. Why would I be angry?
Was it a problem getting up here with with you two in
Yeah.
out there?
Well, it was a problem for me because I forgot my ID.
Oh,
How do you forget? How do you do that?
you leave it on the
You know,
end
No,
table.
Norton did it the other day. He came in. He was like, "Hey, can you come get me? I don't have my ID." Who leaves the house without their ID?
well, you know, how you like change your pants and you take I take everything out of my pockets and I just didn't put everything back in the new
okay.
pockets.
You need to get
a purse.
yeah.
Wait, where did Norton
Immerse.
forget
You
his
could do
ID?
immerse probably.
I could do a purse.
Where did Norton leave his ID? What are you talking about?
That time that you had your birthday show,
And he came in.
he came in. We had to go downstairs to get him. He was like, "I didn't have my ID."
Well, you know,
Who
some
fucking leaves without
because
their
people
ID?
live in New York.
It's
Don't
like
dri-
anything you gotta do, you gotta need some ID.
when people live in New York, they don't get in a car, so they don't think, "Oh, I'm driving. Where's my wallet and license?" There's a difference. When you live out of state or you
I
get
don't
in a
think
car,
black people should be walking around without ID. There, I said it.
I don't think so either. That's the one thing we agree
I
on.
think
really,
that's dangerous.
I'm glad you said it.
You're 100% correct.
Otherwise, an
Like, we're all
opportunity would have
thinking
been
the same
missed.
thing.
What gave it away? The news? Yeah, absolutely. We shouldn't.
So now,
So, gentlemen, did you know each other before SNL?
Yeah, I knew Pete before a lot of things.
He
right?
thought you were an asshole, and then
Probably.
and then you guys made up. Is this the correct
no,
story?
No.
Well, in all fairness, I am an asshole, so it's not like.
Are you?
Yeah, a little bit.
you're deadpan
You don't seem
asshole,
like it. You
though.
actually seem
Yeah, kind of am.
like the other night. I came into the cellar and you got up and you went and got me a chair. And then I wanted to
And
be
then he
like, go
pulled it
fuck
out?
yourself, because I can't handle people being nice to me at all. But yeah, you seem very lovely.
I'm a sweetheart.
Yeah, but you're a girl.
It's the nicest thing you've ever said. He noticed.
Where did you start comedy? In what?
I started here in New York. I started right at what used to be CB's. At that point, it was called the Comedy Corner or something like that. Right on McDougal. Well, you know.
That.
Remember
you used
Wayne
to go
had that
there.
club? Yeah.
Wayne's Club, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it was before it was his club. I think he took it over. Before it was his club, it was like an open mic there, and I used to go there all the time.
How long ago was that?
This was, I don't know, 6 years.
You've only been doing stand-up for 6 years.
About 6 years, yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
6 years.
It doesn't take that long.
Huh?
It doesn't take that
Oh,
long.
shit.
It's not that hard. It's not that hard, you guys.
He made it to legend status in 6 years. How long did it take you?
Well, he's not a legend yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I got
How much longer do you think before you're a legend?
I got to die early or something, man.
Oh, you're not gonna-
Yeah.
You could be a
I
legend.
wish that for Rich, and it didn't happen.
That's what. So, 6 years you've been doing, but you weren't like a road guy. You didn't go do one-nighters or.
No, I did. I used to do spots. I got passed in clubs early, so the road didn't even make sense because you'd always break even on the road, and at clubs you could get a lot of time. I realized if you could get some really good work in the city, it was actually better off because you could focus more as opposed to being on the road and being distracted.
Yeah, but I think,
What distracts you on the road?
Longer sets.
It's
on the road,
long sets. I mean, like, I'd rather have 4 or 5 shots at a joke in a day than one.
Yeah, but when on a longer set, you get to do more new stuff.
That's true.
And you could wrap it around stuff that you know is going to work.
But at that point, I wouldn't have been headlining. I would have been featuring.
Yeah.
And so featuring, you're doing, 15 to 20 minutes?
Yeah, and you're
that's
not making
much
any money.
different. Yeah, that's not much different than doing it at 5, 10-minute spots or 4 10-minute spots if you really hustle
Yeah.
in the city.
Yeah, now, like, when I work in the city on the weekend, like, this weekend I'm at the Stand, I think.
Yeah.
And I love the club. I love the Cellar. You know, there's clubs I love.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help me in any way to come in and do 15. I just do it to hang out if I'm not working that weekend on the
Why
road.
doesn't it help you, though?
Because 15 minutes
But
or
you
12
think, though, a
minutes
little
doesn't
bit to
help
be like
me.
less pressure so you could just do kind of.
But then you're doing just stuff you know is going to work. You might throw in one new bit. When you're on the road, if I'm doing an hour on the road, I get to work on stuff. I get to, if I want to do some crowd work or mix it up, it's just you have an hour.
Well, I wasn't only doing the clubs. I would do like those, those bar shows and those independent shows. If you could do like 4 or 5 of those where it's a free show and it's a little bit more experimental, then you can really get some work done. That's how you build that material. But it was just easier for me than doing it and having some headliner mad at me because I bombed again.
What was, and your target, see, it's back in the day, there wasn't as many crossover comics as there is now. Like
Crossover from what?
Well, working both audience, like a black comic working a white and, you know what I mean, working mixed audiences. Back in the day, during Def
I
Jam.
honestly thought you were talking about like alt and.
No, crossover. No, like there were certain acts, certain white acts that could do black rooms back in the day. Certain black acts that could do white rooms. They cross over. D.L. Hughley could cross over. He could do both rooms back in the day during when Def Jam was at its height. You know what I mean? But now comics just are working everywhere, which is great. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think it's more segregated now. I think there's less people that can play both rooms now.
Why? You mean you're saying the new comics aren't going up to, like, say the new white comics, not even new, like, say like Andrew Schultz and who's the guy?
Andrew Schultz is an exception.
Okay, who's the guy with the big eyebrows?
Sam Morrill?
Sam Morrill. Like, you don't think, like, Sam Morrill.
Big eyebrows, swimmer's body? Sam Morrill. Give me some more.
You don't think he was, like, he's not going up to the rooms in Harlem when they were starting out, or?
No, he's not going.
They weren't going.
Probably not.
There were so many white guys going up to the rooms uptown or in Brooklyn.
Well, New York is special for that. But I think in the grand scheme, a lot of people are starting to find their niche and just staying in that lane. And they don't ever have to go to any other kinds of rooms. There's people that do those independent rooms and won't do clubs. They don't do any clubs. And there's club people that won't do any alt rooms. I think now it's kind of like they're just finding who likes them and staying there.
That's ridiculous because back in the day, like Patrice, Norton, me, any of us, like we would go down to Luna Lounge and do the alt room.
But it's different now. I mean, everything is so segregated. Like all comedy is. There's everything's segregated. Like the news is like people only watch one kind of news show. It's not even the same. Like where everybody listen to one anchor.
Right. Everybody's getting
their own thing.
But see, now you're going on the road. I see your name, Pete, headlining on the road. And I mean, is it more like
a little bit
like the Stress Factory type places? And
I like to try to stay driving distance.
Yeah, so you can come home.
Because I like doing spots more.
You like the city more than headlining?
I do, because it's fun to get up like 5 and then hang for an hour, go up, hang for an hour. Like,
yeah, it's way more fun than the
it's
road
more
to me.
fun because if you get more shots of jokes. I like on Thursday show, you only have one show, and like sometimes it's harder on the road.
But
it's
you
hard,
guys-
and it's like New York. It's all a mixed crowd. Like when you go to like Pittsburgh or something, it's just this is what we like. And if you're not that, then it's going to be weird all weekend.
Yeah, but you would think, well, here's one thing, too. You don't have a wife that you're trying to get away from. That's another reason you don't go on the road.
Richard, I can hear you.
I'm here.
But you would think, like, if either one of you went anywhere, you're going to draw on your own fans from being on TV, right?
Right. But they also have a perception of you on television.
Yeah,
like, they don't know
different for
I'm
us,
filthy. When I go, like, you know, like I've had people come and be like, you know, it's not what I expected. Like, really, people get really fucking mad.
One time someone came up to me and she goes, I saw you on The Tonight Show last night. I said, oh, thanks. She goes, no, I didn't care for it. Why'd you bring it up?
You mean she didn't care for what you did on The Tonight Show? Where was this at?
At Caroline's.
Really? Like, who would have? Why would people come saying that? Like, you would never go to a musician and go, "I don't like that song." You don't do it.
You might. People might. I mean,
no, you don't. You just go up to fucking comics like you think you
different and easy.
Well, I think it's because comedy seems like most people know they can't sing, and they know they can't play guitar, but most people do not know they're not funny. So they're like, I can be funnier than you. I can tell you how to fix this. But you're not going to tell, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to tell Stevie Wonder I can tell you how to sing better. Because you can't sing.
Right.
It's clear.
That's a good point.
People think comedy is easy. They always think that, I know, that's how you should do.
Well, because it's such a paradox. If you are great at it, you make it look easy.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey,
if you're
put
good
this
at it,
in your act.
Yeah. They think they can be as funny at any time.
You got a second for some constructive
They
criticism?
can't even tell you the joke you just told them.
I know.
Without ruining it, you know?
That's why I got fucking furious when everybody was going fucking ape shit over the dumb stewardess or flight attendant that was doing a fucking set as she was, on the microphone on her plane. Then
She's giving hope to so many people.
And then Ellen had, and then Madonna, who is Madonna? Was it Madonna? Who went on Ellen and did stand up?
Oh,
Madonna did it on The Tonight Show.
Yeah.
Did she really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, she did.
And
Was it bad?
And it's on the internet forever. You know what? For someone first time ever doing stand-up, it wasn't bad.
Do you think Madonna sat down and wrote jokes, or she had a team of writers that
like
don't make me
neither.
look
I
stupid?
think she actually did it herself, because I watched that set and I was thinking it's probably like she would sort of tell those stories to her friends and they'd be like, this is so funny. You should do stand-up. This is amazing. And
Really?
then, yeah.
It's literally when she's sitting down and they're like, do you want to do it? And she's like, I guess.
I think because she was like, all the jokes seemed like really her life, like really what she probably. My boyfriend's fairly young, and you just give him a phone, and he can just do anything with it. It's amazing.
Is that what you-
I gotta watch
Kind
this.
of.
And then she says something like she has a newborn baby and she was like looking at it and she's like, I can't wait till you turn 17 so I can hit up your friends.
That was
Yes, like
Yeah, like- She's in the right ballpark.
okay. Here's the point I'm trying to make. and
She
he
was
gets it.
great.
It's what Michael was saying. People think it's so fucking easy. Okay, you're Madonna, so they love you to begin with. You're on the Tonight Show, so you come out, you do this, get a couple laughs. All right, go to fucking the middle of fucking Michigan. Follow
but
a
you're
middle.
still Madonna.
Yeah, follow a middle act that's doing backflips and lighting himself on fire. You know what I mean? Comedy is not fucking easy.
No, it's not easy for anybody.
But he's right.
No.
She'd still do
Yeah,
fine.
I giggle in Ohio at Madonna.
People
Are you
want to
kidding
hear
me?
from
Standing
Madonna,
room
yeah.
only.
Yeah.
But I think there is though that ultimate thing about comedy where even if you're Madonna, about 10 minutes it's funny, and then after a while you're like, all right, Madonna.
Hey, look,
I think I've had enough.
even
Madonna.
if Seinfeld comes out, he gets 5-6 minutes break because of who he is. And then he's got to get fucking funny.
He's got to be funny.
He's got to be same.
Isn't that in his documentary? That exact statement?
No.
Yes, it is.
Get
Rich.
the fuck out.
Don't act like you're suddenly coming up with something deep about, listen, even Seinfeld.
I'm using him as an example.
Yes, because he used himself as an example in the documentary.
No, he said that?
Comedian.
Okay, first of all, fucking anybody that can remember a documentary from 12 years ago, one line, how the fuck would I remember? I'm just saying.
That was the whole point of his documentary. That was the whole
No, the whole point
of
of
his
his
documentary was that he had to go on the road, and even though he's Seinfeld, like, he had hecklers. It was like the whole point. It's like, well, geez, even when you're Seinfeld, you gotta get out there. And
are you doing an impression now?
I wasn't, and then I was like, I think I could hit it, and then I went into it, and then I was like, oh, let me pull back a bit because it's not working.
No, what I'm saying is, the point of his documentary was, put Orny Adams in the documentary, so everybody hates him.
Can I just say it? I think he's funny. I think he's
Orny?
very funny, Orny Adams.
So do I. So do I.
He's funny. He's just so unlikable.
Yes.
That's what it is.
He doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
In that documentary,
yeah.
since then I've met him and he's a really cool guy.
No, he is.
But when you're watching the documentary, you're like, I hate everything.
Well,
Yeah, no,
of
he's-
that you're
course.
doing.
But of course, Seinfeld is brilliant. He puts him in. No one gives a fuck about a comic that's flying around in a fucking jet. Has $1 billion. Who the fuck really cares about
This
that?
was an LA Times article, Rich.
What's that?
This is what you're saying was in an LA Times article.
No, it wasn't, you fucking ass. What I'm saying is, so you see this guy Orny, and you go, this guy's such an asshole. You can only but go, I like, you know what I mean?
I like Jerry.
So he was brilliant by
Jerry's
putting
better. That's what you were supposed to say when you watch that.
Yeah. But Orny, I used to drive to gigs with him. I mean,
He's not a terrible person.
Not
He's
at
a
all.
nice
He's
guy.
probably playing. I think he charactered that up a little too.
Who?
Who are we talking
I don't
about? Are you
remember.
stupid?
I lost the thread of it.
That's all
Orny.
editing though. Like if you videotaped any comedian what they were candid about everything they were going through as stressful as Montreal is and late night and all that stuff and getting ready, you would hear some really
Crazy
fucked up
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. What goes through our heads is insane. And if you put that on tape, most people don't know that that's the part of it. They don't understand that psychological part of it. They just see, you just go up there and tell jokes and drink.
My buddy before the taping was so nervous. Before he went up, he went outside and screamed, "I am a fucking god."
Where was
And
this?
then he
This
went
week?
Yeah.
Taping what? The gala?
Yeah, like one of those HBO Canada, those things that nobody watches. Like, I was like, hey, man, it's all going to be good. And he was so charged up, he just went outside. He went, I am a fucking god. And then he just went
That's
down.
because what happens is that comedians think like everything is going to propel them.
Poor guy. Did he do well?
He killed.
It worked.
He was a god, man.
It's the secret.
It's so
See Rich outside the Stress Factory outside.
Oh, yeah,
Listen.
but no, Rich does do it all the time. He goes,
I
I am a legend.
I used to, who like these guys got to be famous because they're twins and they have. Who the fuck are they? I don't know any. They have to be
That's
famous.
Migos,
Who?
I think. That's Migos. That's a popular rap group that only me and Mike
Popular
would
rap
know.
group Migos walking by in the
Migos?
hallway.
Yeah.
They're going to do.
Love you
Slaves.
guys. That's awesome.
You guys are great.
I love you guys.
Entourages, man. I never want to be entourage famous.
I would love to be Entourage famous.
I hate entourages.
That's awesome.
And I know famous motherfuckers.
That's a lot. That's a lot of. That's
Paul
they're pretty
McCartney
famous.
doesn't have an
just-
entourage.
By the way, I'm so glad we're inside here because I just got so scared because they were just staring me down because I put my thumbs up.
Yeah, they're like this guy's.
That's all I did. I was like,
not
love you guys.
cool
And they're
at
like,
all.
I don't like that guy. Is this,
We
what, is
don't
this
talk to
Garlock?
people who do thumbs up.
But it is weird when you see like the way Louis C.K. walks down the street, or the way Rock walks down the street, and the way Kevin Hart.
Oh,
or
just
even
fast,
Chappelle,
head down?
where it's just like just a big group of people, just a sea of people just following them around.
It's horrifying.
Or Tracy or somebody.
When shooting Top 5, one day they were shooting on fucking 5th Avenue and 57th, right?
Oh,
And
by
anytime-
the Starbucks?
No.
I'm just kidding. I always just say that when people give me an address. I always go by
And you're
the
always
Starbucks.
right.
Do you feel left out? Because if you feel left out,
I'm just
By
enjoying
the Starbucks.
and when Chris would come out, I mean, And the little kids, you know what they knew Chris from? I mean, tons of little kids.
Madagascar?
From grown-ups. Madagascar. Madagascar. And, I mean, people
He
would
guessed the
flock
wrong
around.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that's
man.
embarrassing.
All right, I'll pack up and go home now.
I guess they know him. Well, when the grown-ups come out, it didn't come out yet. When
I don't. Do kids watch Grown Ups?
I think that's one of those movies. It's like
Comes on planes and
like
shit?
parents and kids.
No, because this 8-year-old at the pool the other day was like talking about how great it was.
Go to this guy Tom. He wants to shit on me. I didn't take a. What's he talking about? I didn't take a fucking picture.
Tom from California.
What's up?
Hey, first I want to preface that I loved Rich. That night he crushed. I took my wife there. She was irritated.
Where? Whoa! Slow down. Where at?
Whoa.
Where did you take your wife to? Where?
To see you in Sacramento a couple years ago.
Okay, a couple years ago. Go ahead.
So afterwards I stayed to get a picture with you.
He's been holding this in for a long time.
Yeah, he's like, Jesus, I finally... Was that Rich Voss on the radio?
Is this your first episode?
I'm going to call in.
No, go ahead.
Fuck.
That's how lazy your fans
Have you been getting any of my emails?
You've been doing the show for 2 years. And he's like, I'll fucking call him next week. He'll answer. He'll always answer.
Well, what happened? What happened in Sacramento?
And then on this one, we were talking about your ailments and the blood work, and he's like, I better call this week.
What happened? Go ahead.
I wait to take a picture, start talking, you're like, yeah, hurry up, buy a CD. And I was like, fuck, this is my favorite comedian, and he just sends me on my way to sell his CDs because I was holding up the line.
Hey, he's got a
that's
family.
Rich being endearing. That's just how he talks.
Yeah, no,
Also,
you know
just because he's your favorite comedian doesn't mean you're his favorite fan.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, thank you.
Whoa.
No.
That is too much.
Hang up.
That's what we're supposed to do.
It's over.
That's why you called me in.
Say something else.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Say something else.
Nah, I'm just kidding, sir. I'm sure that was lovely.
No, it's true.
I'm sure Rich was irresponsible, and he's deeply sorry.
Here's the deal with pictures. I've never said no after a show, but
You would not make a good publicist.
when people want to take a picture,
It's overwhelming.
And not only that, how come all of a sudden they don't know how to use their phone?
First of all,
they've already taken
sir,
10 million pictures.
No
They're
comedy
nervous.
club has good security, and nobody fucking sets up a line. It's just a fucking mob,
Yeah.
and nobody helps you, and it's very, very overwhelming when people are like,
And then
It's
they
like
put their
it-
arms around you.
yeah,
and-
you know, like it's very uncomfortable. But like that, also him telling you to go fuck yourself is just isn't that what you want as like a Rich Voss
Yes,
fan?
if you're a big
man.
fan.
Yeah, if I met Rich and he told me to go fuck myself, I would be the happiest fucking kid ever.
You wouldn't call in about how it went so smoothly.
Yeah, like, he was really nice. Yeah.
Thanks for calling, Tom.
I wanted a picture, and it went off without a hitch. It was amazing.
But
No one
Rich
cares.
does. But you used to do a bit even at the end. Well, I don't even know if it was a bit, but you'd be like, "Look, don't come over and finger it and look at it.
Yeah,
You can
they-
have one look, put it back down. If you're not going to buy, move on."
Yeah, they want to fiddle and go, especially Jews. They like to touch. They're touchy.
With your
he
CDs?
he pointed
Yeah.
to himself when he said that,
people are
folks.
fascinated with picking up and putting down
Yes.
CDs.
Yeah.
Nobody buys CDs anymore, but everybody still picks them up and puts them
Yeah,
down.
they love it. No, I sell them. I sell them all the time. I pay taxes on them, but I sell them all the time at fucking at clubs. And I'm going to order some more.
Remember that
because
time when that
people-
lady came by to buy a CD and you go, "Oh my God, you look like the sister on The Sopranos," and I was like, no. And then her face was, and then Rich sees that there's something. He goes, "No, just the face." That's how he saved it.
I didn't mean it mean. I
You
was
said something worse?
I didn't mean to be mean. I said she looked like a celebrity. That's all.
No, just the best part of you.
Wait, why don't we take a break and then come back after?
All right. Wait, is there anything you want to plug now before we come back? We'll take a few minutes.
I will be in Tampa Improv this Thursday through Saturday.
Thursday, great club. Great.
So
Fucking.
please come.
I've heard that's a great club.
Yes,
actually.
12 stories high.
Yeah, I heard it's like a nice theater.
It's a great club. You'll have a great time. Anything you want to throw out?
I'll be in Soho Theatre in London Thursday through Saturday, and then also Edinburgh, Scotland, at the Stand Club.
You're doing the festival there?
Yeah, just for 2 weeks, from the 6th to the 20th.
Oh, you're doing your own show every night?
Yeah, but see, that's when you have all those 15-minute spots, and now I'll just do them and see the bits that I want to do, and try to do them every single day.
Aren't you trying to find a place to shoot an hour at?
Yeah, I'm thinking Philly maybe. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it during the break or during the summer. I'm not. I don't think it's ready, and I don't want to put out anything that's not ready. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. And don't you want to do a 20-minute one, right?
Yes, I want to do an 18-minute special with a 2-minute intro. Yeah, a 15-minute spot that I blew the light at because I was feeling it. you know those 18-minute spots?
Pipe and applause breaks.
Where all the people from Times Square just love it.
Yeah.
August 7th, I'll be at Bridge Street Live in Connecticut. August 8th, Ridgefield Theater, myself, Bonnie, and Florentine. August 8th. Buy your fucking tickets. It will sell out. I'm not fucking around. We'll be back in a few.
I heard you order a coffee.
I'm exhausted. I got to get a coffee.
That's what people do when they get coffees.
No, it's because
they're tired. They need a pick-me-up.
Oh, well, thank you for offering to carry us. No, we don't.
They just do that. And then you just sit in the pocket, and then eventually they'll be like, so, and then you'll be like, oh,
okay.
They just do that.
Yeah.
We have private conversations on the air.
I guess he has never seen our famous movie, our documentary.
I've seen your documentary.
No, Mike.
I haven't seen it.
It's called Women Aren't Funny. It's on Netflix and iTunes. Women Aren't. So they just got back from Montreal. Kevin Hart did the arena there.
Yeah. Chappelle did 10 shows in a theater.
Oh, he was there this year too?
Yeah, he just kept adding shows. I think he did 10. Nuts.
And he didn't go through Just for Laughs.
I was part of the festival.
Oh,
I'm pretty
was?
sure. Yeah, because it was in the festival venues.
It's Just for Laughs and Live Nation, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
And was Chappelle, does he bring an opener or is it just him?
I saw Donnell open.
I opened one.
This year?
Yeah, just one of them.
Uh-huh.
And then he has a guy with him named Muhammad that's really funny.
Now, how many seats was Chappelle's?
I don't know, man, because when I got there, they were all filled in. And, those theaters are so dark, you can't tell anything. But I'm going to guess, because it's where the galas were, so I'm guessing it was probably 2,000, maybe.
Yeah, 2,000-3,000.
And now, they're great.
I wouldn't even want to do something that big. That's what people who don't get to do that say.
Yeah. 50 to 60 people are the sweet spots,
Yeah. I like intimate.
Who do you even talk to? How can you relate to that many people?
I mean, you have to go so slow in a big place like that.
You gotta wait for the laughs to come back. Who needs it? No.
Does Kevin use openers?
Yeah, he's got a team of openers.
Yeah. Really? And he hooks him up, I guarantee. Kevin hooks him up.
Kevin's a very generous, good guy.
Yeah, he fucking, those guys are,
They all have iPhone watches and shit.
What do you call it?
I don't know.
Oh,
now,
shit.
Kevin Hart, you know what? Fucking
large.
Kevin, you know what, Kevin? Maybe you should let me open, being that,
They're scared of you, Rich. Nobody's going to let you open. You're a powerhouse.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. You know that.
You're a legend.
No, but Kevin Hart, Kevin Hart can follow me. It's going to take him
a legend.
It's going to take him 5 to 10 minutes to get him on but he'll be able to follow me. What are you kidding me? Put me up before one of these, fucking other comics.
Oh, so let them sort of tamp it down a bit.
Yeah.
They eat it a little after you.
Because Kevin Hart's got to have a mixed audience, which is great. And no other white comic is doing a mixed audience like Rich Voss, right?
I think when you say mixed audience, I thought you meant alternative and mainstream.
I thought you meant biracial.
Kevin Hart's a big alternative comic. You didn't know that. He started down at Surf Reality doing stand-up.
Oh.
You don't even know that was a club years ago in New York.
I get it. I don't have to know things necessarily. I read into, with other clues, the tone of your voice, what we were talking about.
So
you guys should have a show.
We've never heard that. We shot 12 pilots this year. So fucking Kevin's up there, Chappelle, Who else? I mean, big acts. Was there anybody?
Louis dropped in, but I don't think he had a proper show, right?
No, he just showed up.
Yeah, he just showed up and did like one of the nasty shows or something.
Yeah.
That Louis. Oh, just
And,
dropping in on the nasty show. What a guy.
Trevor Noah did a gala, which was exciting. You know?
Marina was on that one. She killed it. She nailed it.
Who else was big?
Who was on the Nasty Show? Do you know?
Artie Lang and
He's fucking funny, man.
Jimmy Carr.
He's on every year.
Yeah.
Funny guy.
He hosts.
Gilbert.
Right?
Gilbert Godfrey.
Never heard of him.
Keith Robinson, I think, was on one of them.
But they usually use the same guys on the Nasty Show every night.
Yeah.
It varies a little bit. I remember.
I get confused. They have the Nasty Show and they have like the Black Show. Oh, JB Smoove, I think, did one of the shows.
He was down there.
That was cool.
Yeah,
I didn't see it, but that was cool to see him around. I've seen him around.
He's a funny fucking dude.
That's the funniest guy I've ever seen in person.
Yeah.
Like off on stage. He's just the funniest dude.
Back in the day when we were doing clubs like the Peppermint and like, I mean, you know.
The infamous Peppermint Lounge.
We used to do, and JB would kill. He was so animated. He would destroy. So we were doing a show at Caroline's one night, me and Bonnie, and he came in. I said, "You want to do a guest spot?" He said, "Yeah," but he hadn't done comedy in
This is not a great story to tell. I wouldn't tell this story.
Oh,
I'd shut it down.
right now.
At the climax?
He came in and blew the room away. I go to Bonnie, you got to see this fucking guy. And he didn't do comedy for like a year or something because he was writing.
Yeah, yeah.
And he just came in and fucking destroyed.
He's just a naturally funny dude.
What? He is.
Yeah, that's the story I asked him not to tell.
Yeah.
So, but I guess it worked out.
Why wouldn't you want me to tell that story anyhow? Okay, and why are you standing up?
Because I think, I don't know.
By the way, these headphones are amazing.
Are
I just
they?
gotta tell you. Yeah, these
they're
are fantastic.
really great. They look really good on you guys.
They feel great.
Thanks.
So glad I'm using these.
What kind are they?
I can't read them on my ears. You
Lewis,
know.
what kind
Who gives
are
a
they?
fuck? We're using them.
Yeah, they're great headphones. I can't get a pair. So Louis stops in. It must have been fucking hanging out was probably cool.
Louis
as
wasn't
fuck.
on the festival at all.
At all.
He just
Showed
got
up.
in his helicopter
Yeah.
and came
Air
down.
Force Louis.
Can you helicopter to
Landed on the roof of
Montreal? Can you helicopter that far?
Well, why do you think there's trees in the way, or like I don't understand?
No, but is a helicopter like as safe as like a plane? Like,
yeah, no, you can go up to 1,000 miles.
Oh, yeah.
With a helicopter,
Oh,
and
I
then you
didn't-
refuel.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's about 1,000 miles.
All right.
What am I gonna?
That's actually like a really good question. That sounds like a stupid question.
Yeah,
I know.
But it is a good
Sorry,
question.
I don't know helicopter technology.
I don't know either.
Fucking assholes.
I'm not saying it's a bad question. I'm just saying like somebody has to Google it to answer. I mean,
You
who's
listen to
gonna
a
just know
shitty
that
JV
fucking
Smooth
answer?
story. Shit all over my intelligent question.
969-1969.
Safe?
If you know how far a helicopter can go,
How
give
many-
us a call.
How many stops does Amtrak make on the way to Montreal?
How many stops that thing makes? How many?
It's
I
got to stop.
wonder.
It has to stop in Boston.
Well, you know, when I drive, I have to stop and refill twice. Every time. Full tanks.
Well, Louis has his own. He can get a private plane, right? What's a private?
Louis, do you know that people don't know this? Louis can fly. Like he just jumps up and he goes.
There's nothing Louis can't do.
There's nothing.
It's part of his new Netflix deal. He could fly to gigs.
He could do anything.
Does he have a Netflix deal now?
No, I just made up a terrible joke. Let's keep it rolling.
And then we all bought into
I
it.
think
We're
it's
like,
just
oh,
broke news. Huh?
What? Did you go to Andy Kindler's?
State of the Union
State of the
address.
Union.
No, but I went last year. It was really great.
I've never been to any of them.
You don't go. You don't.
No, I never.
We went last year. Wait, last year. That's when we were there.
I don't recall.
Yeah, I
doing our
saw you guys
podcast.
there last year.
Yeah, we were there last year, and
And
we
you
went
guys
last
did
year.
your podcast.
Yeah. With Bill Burr was our marriage counselor. That
Burr was
last year.
there. I think he was
Bill
there.
Burr, I think he really helped us with our marriage. I think he brought us together.
There's a really fun show that I just wanted to. It's a show. It's based out in LA, but I did it in Montreal, and Burr does it all the time. It's called the Goddamn Comedy Jam. And it's a show where you do a set and then you perform a song with a rock band.
Oh, I heard about that. I heard
It's
like Ian Edwards did that and
awesome.
crushed it. Yeah, I kept hearing Ian Edwards. Well, I mean, everybody knows Ian Edwards, but
Yeah.
I heard his name a lot about him killing the festival.
Wait, but you have to sing with the band?
Yeah, or rap, which is what I did.
Oh, you would
But-
rap
It's
probably.
like
right?
karaoke.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do any of
Rich
that. I
Voss
can't sing.
rapping might be the funniest thing. ever.
Yeah.
No, you do like some Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young song or something, right?
Oh, you
Do
can
you
rap?
like any rap, Rich?
I don't know. I don't know any rap. No. It's not I don't dislike it. I just don't listen.
Be very
When I
careful
listen-
how you answer this question.
Well, what's the big deal? What the fuck? I like old. I don't even like new white music. I like old stuff like fucking Allman Brothers, Crosby, Stills, Nash, Cats. You know, I like old. I love,
Like Creed, old?
No, old, way older. Like Temptation, Supremes.
Creedence Clearwater?
Yeah, great. They were fucking great.
I love CCR.
My favorite group of all time is the Temptations, hands down. And I would argue with Keith, who was more famous, them or Earth, Wind, and Fire. Keith thinks Earth, Wind, and Fire. I personally
More
think
famous or better?
Earth, Wind, and Fire is more famous.
than Temptations.
Well, I've heard of Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No, the Temptations are probably the most famous group,
Yes.
black group of all time.
Yes.
That's...
Over Earth. The only difference is Earth, Wind, and Fire also was a big crossover band back in the day. You know, they had everybody but Temptations were
Is that the
Temptations are
on and on?
Temptations.
fucking great.
Temptations rivaled the Beatles. Like
Yeah.
it was like those groups.
The Who?
The Who, I saw them
who
I
the
saw them
Beatles?
twice. I'll defend Rich for what? What? Go to Nevada. What are they going to defend me?
Oh shit, Alex, get ready. Here you're on, Alex.
Hey, I was just going to defend Rich.
Go ahead.
I went to see him this weekend, and he was awesome. He even stayed, took a picture, and I even got a.
So he
free-
was awesome on stage, and then he was a nice guy afterwards.
That's because it wasn't that crowded, so I wasn't going to be mean. It's not like I sold out. Where were you? In Utah this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. It's a great new club there. I hope it works. It's a good club.
I was the Mexican in the front.
Oh,
shit.
I don't remember. Wait, I'm trying to. The comic? You weren't one of the four comics in the front, were you? No.
No. I was at the last show. Last show you did.
Saturday.
Do you remember?
Saturday night.
Oh,
Did he say Mexican in the front?
Yeah, but there's a lot
Do
of
you
Mexicans
remember-
in Utah. There's not too many. Like, it's white people. Like, I think I was the only Jew in Utah. I don't think there was any. There was one black dude at my show. 4 out of 4 shows. It's fucking white. It's
Well,
white.
then you should remember
Where?
the Mexican.
In Nevada?
In Utah.
Oh, Utah. I've never been to Utah.
I was
you
at
know
the
what-
show where
Huh?
the Mormons walked out. Remember that?
What's that?
When the Mormons walked out. at the end?
The two girls in the back.
Yeah.
You know what? Once they just went in the back because they knew a comic back there, and I go, "How'd these fucking girls sneak out on me?" And then after the show, one was still there. I go, "I didn't even see you guys sneak out."
Okay.
Wait, you talk to girls after shows?
No, I was selling CDs, and I go, "Whatever." Yeah,
So you answer fully.
yeah.
He
I
was
said
talking
to
about you the whole time, Bonnie. He was.
Ugh.
fucking Mormon.
This guy's the best.
Fucking Mormon girls. Yeah, I talk to them. I go, "Hey, what's it like to not be fucked until you're married?"
Did you say that to them?
No,
Because that's a come on.
That's a come on?
Yeah.
A come on is what was on your back last night.
Come on.
And what I squeezed out of your back.
Well, thanks for coming out. Let's get get a good call. We're supposed to answer advice.
Yeah, what happened? Are you guys in relationships?
I am.
Oh, you have a girlfriend. That's right. You went and saw Pixels.
Yeah.
What teenagers do. And what...
I will not do that. I don't know how you can do it in this business. It's hard.
What, did I have a girlfriend?
Yeah, it's hard.
You got to date someone who's in the business.
I think that's the only way I've ever seen it work.
I mean, I don't know if you count this as working.
I mean,
Yeah, well, Rich
I
isn't
don't.
in the business.
Thank God.
This is why I hung up on him as a kid.
Yeah.
This guy wants to know, is being into trannies gay? This isn't fucking Norton's show, but you want to take his call? Because it's
Why?
going to be a bullshit call. Number
Go
4.
ahead, Alex. We're only taking calls from Alex's. No.
Go ahead.
What's going on?
Go ahead.
What's going on? 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 You guys think being in the trannies is gay?
Come right out, huh?
Do we? Have you
I'm
been?
a big fan, Rich.
I don't.
Especially when you're in a dress.
Have you been with a tranny?
Yeah, I lived in Thailand for 4 years.
First of all, tranny is not a very politically correct way to say it.
What do you say?
I've been with them, so I can say it.
Well, you know what? Guess what? I hang with a lot of black people.
You can't call them blackies.
Yeah, but
I've never heard that term. I've never heard. Thank you for giving me something new to say. Oh, wow.
You've been okay. First of all, you've been with trannies. They're dressed as they look like girls.
oh yeah, they have tits. They've had surgery.
But in Thailand, so now you're with, but at least, and there's no big cock
It doesn't
trannies
matter.
in Thailand.
It doesn't. None of it matters. It's like you just
Do what you
a
fucking
lot
do.
of guys, they just get turned on by anything. They can't help it. It's like if I painted dots on my knees, they'd be like, oh. You know what I mean? It's like guys are just turned on by
But
things.
you
And
have
so
them already,
if you
those
see-
liver spots.
If you think that's, but you see, though, like if a guy has transitioned into being a woman and looks like a woman, of course, a guy is very visual. He's going to be turned on by that.
Yeah, but the girl has a cock.
Yeah, but I don't think guys are that turned off by cocks.
No, some of them look nice. I mean, if you get the right one,
It doesn't mean you don't need to even put a label on it. Just do what you got to do, and then just
wait. Now, wait a second. Were you letting them probe your backside?
I tried that once. It didn't feel good, so I mainly.
I hear you, sister.
Oh no!
All right, well, I don't think being into trannies is gay. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but how should I identify myself? Like, if I want to start dating, like I've mostly.
I don't know. Just
fooled
say
around
this is my girlfriend.
How do you identify yourself? As
Slash
daddy's
mechanic.
big disappointment.
Well, I've never, dated one. I've just done things in hotel rooms with them,
Right, very privately.
I think
I'm taking this to the grave.
I think he's lying. I think this is a lie.
No, it's true.
It is?
All right. Well,
Is
thanks.
this a setup to get me fired?
Hey.
Whatever. Do what you got to do. You're not married, so you're not going behind someone's back.
Yeah, why
right?
do you care if people think you're gay or straight? Who cares?
It
Who
does
gives a
not
fuck?
matter.
Yeah. What do you do
Keep
for a living?
fucking them.
What do you do for a living, and what's the name of the company?
Bye, Alex. Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
All right, let's take this one. This guy's been holding forever. Billy, you're on the air.
From Tampa, go see Pete Davidson. Will be in Tampa this week at the Improv.
Thank you, Rich.
Hello?
Billy.
Mitch, is that you?
This is Bonnie. Thank you.
Bonnie
Nice.
and Rich. Have you been to the Improv in Tampa, Billy?
Yeah.
Well, go this weekend. What do you want?
Who's there?
Pete Davidson, SNL.
Oh, the guy that's on the show right now?
Yeah, that's right. He's sitting right next to me. Don't say anything awkward.
What do you need?
Rich, I like you a lot, but I don't like Bonnie.
Neither does her family. Go ahead.
I want to become an impressionist. I think I'm probably the best in the entire country.
Hang up right now.
No. Let's hear one of you. Who do you do?
I only do 2 impressions, though.
Who?
No one famous. It's like I do an impression of a Swedish man having sex. That's one of the only impressions I
Wait,
can do.
whoa. Okay, so you are it's on your business card. It says you're the greatest impressionist of all times. Is that true?
I'm the GOAT. That means greatest of all time.
The what?
GOAT. Greatest of all time.
Oh, okay.
I kind of like that.
The greatest of all time.
I'm getting that tattoo. The GOAT.
But you don't do impressions of anybody famous. And you only have 2 impressions. These must be great impressions.
It is great.
Okay, which one of them?
Which one are you going to do for us? You get to do one of them.
I will do the Swedish man having sex.
Thank God. I was hoping you would say that. Go ahead, Billy from Tampa.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This guy's good.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, this guy's not fooling around. This is the real deal. Billy!
Hold on, I didn't close my eyes. Can you do it again?
One more time, because I think I'm the only one who processed how fucking
But you know what I
amazing
think he
this
did
is.
in his house? I think he turned around, fixed his hair, and then turned back around to do the impression.
Billy, can you do it one more time? I think these guys are missing a lot of the subtleties that I'm actually picking up on. Go ahead.
I do it in front of my mom a lot, and she likes it. But,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, come on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh, stick it in there. Yeah. Ooh.
That's really
Billy,
good.
you need to go right now and get in your car and start driving to Los Angeles.
Find the nearest America's Got Talent open audition.
Get on there.
Get on stage.
Think I have talent?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, you know you do. Don't fuck around, Billy. I'm going to hang up on you because I need you to go and do what's important for your career.
That's, you know, you're a very positive person.
I want to help
rubbing
people.
off
I
on her.
want people to be successful.
You could see talent. You know talent.
I know.
You know
I know.
talent.
That
Go
guy
ahead.
didn't even like me, but I could still see that he's talented.
Let's take one more and then we'll get some more questions.
Dave.
We haven't even asked any. Go ahead.
Oh, wait. I took the wrong call. Dave, hurry up. Go.
He feels welcome.
Dave. Dave from Connecticut.
Oh, yo, I'm here.
How many Daves do you think we have holding?
Damn if I know.
Come on.
I heard you don't love Dave's in your past. But I'm just so I wanted to give you guys an invite. You guys are coming up to Connecticut soon, right?
Yes, August 8th. We'll be at the Ridgefield Playhouse.
That's a beautiful venue if you've never been there.
We've done it 2
We've
or
been
3.
there.
yeah,
We've been there, Dave.
Sold it out.
Perfect. Listen, I'm a performer as well, and I want to give you guys an invite to one of the world's only oddities museums that's left standing. So if you guys want to come down.
For good reason.
Wait, for what museum?
Oddities.
An oddity.
An oddities.
It's like
and
a
then,
Ripley's, believe it or not.
So you're calling from under glass right now?
I am. I'm under a bell jar as we speak. So if you have something to do and you want something to do in the area, because I know
Do you
guys
work
often
there?
through- I am the owner, operator,
Yeah.
and primary performer.
And you're a little odd, right? That's what attracted you to
Well, the
oddities?
show, yeah, absolutely. It's a freak show down there.
Yeah.
What's the oddest thing that you have in the oddity museum?
Well, my favorite is the two-headed baby.
Oh, yeah, I love the
Is it alive?
It's so adorable. If you think babies are cute, you should see the two-headed baby.
It'll really make you want to have one. If you guys are thinking of having a baby.
Yeah, his name is Eric and Lyle.
Aw, that's so cute.
What?
Is it dead?
No.
Yeah, it's
They think to have it at the museum.
Is it like rubber?
They leave water out for it.
Everything in the museum is guaranteed certified to be authentic and legitimate.
So
Okay,
you have odd stuff. Do you have Kevin Pollak being funny?
Richard. Wait, the two-headed baby
Just
though,
kidding,
is
Kevin.
it like it? What is it in formaldehyde or something?
Yeah, it's preserved in preserving fluids like formaldehyde.
And then how big is the jar? How big is it?
It's probably about the size of a fish tank.
Oh my God, that's a fucking big baby.
But how do you get? Where do you get a baby, a two-headed baby? Like who? Like if I were to want to buy one tomorrow.
Yeah, who has a two-headed
A baby
baby?
that
And then
they're
it's just like, anyone?
Yeah.
Anybody want this?
My two-headed baby died. Anybody?
Yeah, I mean,
So we at Myrtlelucci and Sons have a lot of people procuring oddities. And
Yeah, so this is all just from.
Do you have a picture of the vagina it came out of?
I don't, but I'll bet you it's wrecked.
wait.
That vagina's whack.
But don't you think it's kind of creepy to have that in? You know what I mean?
Like in a glass case floating?
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
fucking morbid.
Is it any different
you
though
have
than
your,
burying
you have
somebody
your comedy
under?
CDs at home. Oh,
He's trying. You know what? These young kids.
I like it. I like that he
guys.
tries.
I'm trying.
It's a numbers game.
They used to tour the country with these doing the old-fashioned drug shows for the horrors of using marijuana in such things. This is what could happen.
Pete is on. Are you saying Pete's high?
No,
it was really a piece of Americana.
Or you're saying a two-headed baby is because
Me?
of pot use?
I am sober, surprisingly.
Oh yeah. Oh, go. We could ask Michael this. All right. Thanks for the call. We'll stop in.
Okay, thanks. Thanks. We got something else to do.
Hold
Bye.
on. Bye. Someone said that you were a tennis player.
That I was a tennis player?
Yeah.
No tennis player.
How come it says
Rob.
Michael Che used to play tennis?
No, I never played tennis.
Oh fuck! As we just started, I wanted to ask you tennis stuff.
Rob from Canada.
I play tennis.
Do you hear that?
I played tennis one time. I was really good at it, though. I was a natural.
I was good
Oh,
at
you
this,
just were
not
good
the
one
backhand.
Well, I only played one time, but I was really good at it.
Right.
Yeah.
So the second time you might be.
Maybe
back,
this is the guy you played.
I don't know.
Rob, what's the deal? Canada, go.
Well, I just feel that Michael's so modest being Michael Chang, tennis champion. I mean, to go from tennis to comedy, that's outstanding.
Oh, Michael Chang is a tennis player.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
Is Michael Chang a famous tennis player?
Yeah. And is there anything such thing as Chinese rooms instead of black rooms?
Is there anything what?
No.
What did he say?
No, they all go into tennis.
Let me look it up.
No.
Michael Chang or Che?
Michael Chang is a tennis.
Thanks, Rob, for your dumb call.
Don't take any more fucking
it's
dumb
not
calls.
even fucking close.
Rob.
He is a very popular tennis player from Hoboken.
Che or Chang?
Chang.
It's not even close.
Chang.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. That's embarrassing.
What a fucking jerk off.
Oh.
So
usually our fans are better than that.
You
Can
started
some
off,
people call in with some better questions so we don't embarrass ourselves?
You started off-
866-969-1969.
You started off as a writer for SNL, right?
Yeah, I started as a guest writer and then finished the season and then came and just stayed.
What's a guest writer like?
Well, I came in to write for 2 episodes and then they asked
For a
me-
specific person or?
Well, no, they were just like 3 seasons ago, they were looking for new writers, and they just like every week or every couple weeks they would have like a couple people.
Was that a hard process though to just kind of get thrown in and?
I mean, it's hard, but it's such a well-oiled machine that it's not hard.
Right.
You know, like for writing. There's so many writers there that know the voice of the show and know how to get it done. So if you have a good idea, they'll figure out a way to make it work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's things that won't do well at the table, but just because of the way it was written. But then they're like, oh, but this could work if we just did this part. You know, Lauren will see it, or one of the head writers will see it, and then they'll just make it work on TV.
Oh, that's cool.
It's interesting.
So and then so they put you as a cast member. Did you do anything before Weekend Update?
I did the Daily Show before.
You did a correspondent.
I was a correspondent on the Daily Show right before. So I left SNL for the Daily Show and then left the Daily Show for SNL.
Is it nerve-wracking doing...
It's nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking writing for it. Like every part of it's nerve-wracking. Just because it's the closest thing to playing pro sports I'll ever do, because you're always judged by game by game performance, you know.
Yeah, and it's like you're there all the time.
Yeah, you're there all the time,
and it's also
all leading up to one performance.
Yeah, and it's all up and down. Like sometimes you'll have something in, and then like Saturday right before the show, or like there's times where like the show will be going and it'll be like, hey, we're like 3 minutes over, so like make that sketch 2.5 minutes instead of 5, and you're like, what?
Yeah,
and then you got to make it work. It's crazy.
So what are you just in the wings crossing stuff off?
Yeah,
or?
there's times you're like
there's times you're sprinting. Like there's I've never sprinted to do comedy before until
you're like editing cue cards while the show's on the air.
But that's part of the appeal, isn't it? I mean, like that it's like so fast moving.
The appeal for like us, but the people watching have no idea. They're just like, well, that ended abruptly. Like, well, yeah man,
yeah, we changed it 30 seconds ago.
Right,
and
fucking asshole.
Yeah. But and this is not saying one is harder than the other, but I would think, like, if you're doing sketches, you have other people to fall back on in a sketch.
Right.
So you don't take all...
Oh, what he does is fucking
Weekend
terrifying.
Update is got to be the most... Because it's just
you, yeah.
Right?
Well, it's the hardest part I always feel like with Weekend Update is remembering the cadence of a joke. Because, like, we go through so many jokes, and then we cut, like, more than half of them. So a lot of times I'll see a joke and it's almost like I'm looking at it for the first time because I just don't even remember saying it. Like we've told so many jokes by that time, so you're just looking at it on a piece of paper. And then right after, like, we don't have time to finesse a joke. So like if I mess up a joke in stand up, or if I to tell a joke that's just bad or whatever on stand up, I have time to beat it up or whatever. If I'm doing a monologue for a late night show, you could mess with it. On Weekend Update, as soon as the joke's over, the camera goes to Colin. So you just have to sit and like, well, that sucked, and then it's on another dude.
But you're not allowed, because it's last minute, like you can't go Friday night into a club and try to work out this stuff.
It's hard. I mean, you don't really have that kind of time. Sometimes I'm doing a pre-tape and then, I gotta be up all night at the shoot.
Uh-huh.
And so like right after joke read, we have our joke read on Friday. So a lot of times right after joke read, we go to the pre-tape. Right, like, you know what I mean? Like, and then I'm there till like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then I go back into work like 11 o'clock in the morning, or whatever. It's a lot.
So you're just in the bubble.
It's hard
all the
to
time.
work out jokes like that,
especially
in a stand-up environment.
It's really hard.
It's really hard.
When you're doing a sketch, okay, say you're doing a sketch, Are they so strict on word by word? Or are you allowed to ad-lib anything in the middle of it if you feel that it'll work?
You're supposed to keep to what everybody knows you're supposed to do.
You keep on the cards with sketches, especially because
it'll throw the other people off.
Yeah, there's camera shots. It's a lot of everything is so perfectly timed that it's really hard to just ad lib. You got to have some big balls to ad lib.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but on update, when it's just like you, like if you go on update as like a correspondent, whatever that's called, then you could kind of because it's just you.
So you can fuck around. I mean, back in the day, it seemed like there was ad-libbing. It seemed like, I guess it was up to, when like prior.
Well, it's a timed show. It's selfish. So if you're ad-libbing and we got to get out of it, like you said, there's times that we got to shave 30 seconds out of a sketch. So if your sketch goes 35 seconds over, that's 30 seconds out of somebody else's sketch, Right. So it's not really.
And then you're also working with somebody who you've never worked with before.
Right.
There's like a guest host.
This might be the first time that person's done comedy. Let alone live comedy, So a lot of times you're writing for that, and then you're also trying to keep the cast alive, and you're also trying to keep it timed. And also maybe the audience isn't even there to see comedy. They might be there to see One Direction. They might not even care about.
Yeah, my daughter I got her to see the pre-taping for Taylor Swift a couple of years ago. She went in on the rehearsal. And the whole place had to be there for Taylor Swift.
Yeah, it's really interesting when you see, because I'll do warm up for the show, and I'll do like regular stand up just to get them used to jokes and just to get to see what kind. I try to do similar stuff all the time to get a good gauge of the audience. I say, okay, well, this audience is better than that, because last time when I said that, they got tense, and this audience seems to be having fun with it. So you could always tell who they're there to see. When you're talking to them, you're like, oh, these guys don't care about the show. Oh, these guys are fans.
Well, you never know. It's literally like it's a Times Square audience.
Right.
It's like people come from all over to sleep outside or where. It's not like it's not like a cellar crowd. It's
John from Iowa, you had a question?
Yeah, I was curious to know, like, when they pick the host for the shows, do they just have like a list and people say, oh yeah, I want to do it, or is it like, they just pick who does it and they come on and then they hate it?
Well, most people. Well, go ahead.
I don't know.
I don't exactly understand what the question was.
Most people that would host a show probably either have a movie coming out, an album coming out.
Most people have something to promote most of the time.
The show is the show.
But we just show up and they're like, "This is who's here," and we're like, "Okay."
The show is like. It's really, really, really important to people that do it. Like the people that do it are we get the biggest acts in the world, and they're all sweating. Like they're all like, I want this to be good.
Yeah, because they don't want to be the one that's like tanked on it.
It's kind of crazy that like after all these years, there's so many shows that are people write about more, or people that will say is better, but nobody gives a fuck. Like if we say something polarizing, it's for front page news.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Louis, his fucking
you know what I mean? So for people that want to just know the relevance of the show is, well, just wait till we say something bad and you'll see how important it is to people.
Yeah.
Well, but how much say does the host have in what's going to happen? Like, do you guys just do the sketches and you tell them, oh, you're going to do this or you're going to be that, or do they like?
They have a lot.
I don't want to do that.
They have some sort of influence. Like if they don't want to do something, then we're not doing it.
Has anybody ever not wanted to do something because it's too edgy or?
Yeah. Some people just don't like shit. Some people be like, I don't like that.
Some people,
but it's funny.
They don't get it.
It's really funny. Nah, I don't like that. And you're like, all right.
But also, they must be protecting themselves,
right?
Yeah, against any kind of like.
Some people are just awesome. Where you're just like, they're like, whatever. I'm here.
Yeah.
You guys do whatever.
Well, comics are probably the easiest to work with.
I think comics are the hardest.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because a comedian, it's hard to tell. I won't say any names, but like, okay, somebody that hasn't done it. It's hard to tell Eddie Murphy what's funny. Because he's been funny by himself so many times. He knows exactly what works for him.
It's hard to be like, yeah, but that wouldn't work for the show.
It's hard to tell him to try. It would be like if I wrote an act for you and it's like, just use this. You'd be like, no, it's fucking, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. So comedians are hard. The best ones are like actors, like that always wanted to do comedy. They're like, oh, I'll do anything. You know what I mean? Like because they'll trust you.
And that ends up always being the most funny because you're like, I can't believe that fucking guy's doing that. That's crazy. You know?
Like Alec Baldwin's done the show a million times.
Blake Shelton was hilarious.
Yeah, he can't wait to do something
He's
gross.
so funny.
Yeah.
Wow. And when you were at the reunion, that show, I mean, you had to be like fucking starstruck at some of the fucking people that
there was
were
like
there.
$50 billion in the audience.
Yeah.
It was fucking Paul McCartney was there, right?
It was Paul McCartney, George Lucas,
Paul
Steven
McCartney
Spielberg.
said,
like,
excuse me,
Donald
and then
Trump.
went onto the stage right by. He went, excuse me. And I turned around. Paul McCartney's whittling his way to the stage. Fucking bananas.
Spielberg was there.
Everybody was there.
Everybody. Bloomberg was there. There was like 3 mayors.
Rudy.
It was crazy.
How fucking nerve-wracking.
David Dinkins was there.
No, really?
Yeah, I got a picture with David Dinkins and Ad Rock. It was crazy.
Ad Rock.
Fucking, like, it must have been the most insane fucking night.
It was bizarre.
Yeah. You know how I knew it was insane? You watch, like, the people that, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe that guy's here. Even they're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Right,
so
right.
everybody's
And even bigger stars are going. Like,
it's amazing. Everybody feels the same way, felt the same way.
And they were excited. It wasn't even like a bunch of people all snobby and like, you know, like, I've been in like Emmys or been to those award shows where you see all those people, but it was everybody there, like Pete said, starstruck and having fun and, you know, like
a lot of reunions.
It was a lot of good times.
A lot of reunions.
That was probably the coolest thing I've ever seen in my career.
Because everybody had done the show before.
Not everybody had done
no.
the show, but, you know, a lot of people were fans of the show or people that were, you know, somehow associated to the show. You know, it was just weird. It was such a weird mix.
You're not going to say no to Spielberg if he wants to come to your fucking taping, you know?
Yeah.
I meant the people that were doing the show.
Everybody that did the show has done the show, yeah.
Right.
It's crazy.
Was Daryl there? Was Daryl Hammond?
Of course.
Yeah. He's the longest cast member ever, right? And the longest running.
Keenan now.
Is it Keenan?
It's Keenan now.
I guess it's Keenan. Really? Even though Hammond's still there?
Well, he's doing the voice over. So I guess technically it still counts.
I don't know. It's both
if
of
the
them.
voiceover counts, then yeah, but they're pretty much the same.
But he sometimes still is in sketches.
Yeah.
Right?
Who is Daryl?
Bill Clinton.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was done with the show like 2 years ago.
He's the new announcer.
He's the new announcer.
Oh, fuck. I got great Daryl Hammond. We don't have time.
Daryl Hammond is amazing.
I love that dude.
He's the nicest guy on the planet.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like, he's next door. Like, you just walk. He's like, hello. And you're like, oh my God.
He speaks with a British accent.
No, that's I just suck at impressions.
Who do you think was like that reunion
You got
show?
me.
Who was probably the biggest person there? You think Paul McCartney?
Murphy.
The most.
Everybody.
I'll tell you why I think it's Murphy.
Everybody freaks out when they see it.
I'll tell you why I think it's Murphy. Because when we were rehearsing the tribute, Chris Rock, because me and Brian Tucker was helping Chris Rock with the introduction for Murphy, and had asked to assist, so I got to like assist with it or whatever. And when we were running it, Murphy came into the studio, and everybody like rushes into the studio. Everybody's in there, you know, like CK and Norm and all these big stars are in there. Then everybody's just coming and taking pictures of Murphy, just him standing around in the studio. And all of a sudden, Jack Nicholson and Paul McCartney walk in. Nobody stops taking pictures of Eddie Murphy. That's how big Eddie Murphy was.
Wow.
Yeah, like nobody turns like, oh shit, that's The Shining and the Beatle. No, it was like still Eddie Murphy.
Wow.
Even together.
Together they couldn't trump. I mean, but it was Eddie Murphy in, you know, on 8H, you know, like it was
crazy.
Plus the way Eddie carries himself, he's
a star.
Even you don't know him, and he walked down the street, you would go, that fucking dude's a star.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He carries himself like a celebrity. You know, he knew from the. You know, it's funny when he first started in New York.
How old is he? 16?
I don't know. But he at the Improv.
Just saying.
At the Improv, Silva
Got
didn't.
a lot to live up to there, young man.
Silva didn't pass him at the Improv when he auditioned at the Improv back in the day.
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be a star. He knew that from the beginning. From Jump Street, he knew that. That's Black Talk. He knew that.
From what street? I
Jump
never heard
Street.
of that street. Where is that?
That's from. That's
is there
from
a
the door.
Starbucks there?
It's from the door. From the door. He knew he was going to be a star. Like there's certain people that will stop it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and he was talented.
He was just, and that's nothing to take away from anybody else. It's just, I guess it was just such a special. I think people watching, like there was like 4 hours of great content, but everybody was like, "Well, Eddie wasn't funny." You know, like, well, did you not see Bill Murray? Like, what the fuck? Everything was great on there, but Eddie didn't make me laugh. So,
but why do you think Eddie didn't try to? Do you think because
I really don't know. I'm really not sure.
Here's the thing. I think why Eddie's not doing stand up. I think because. And everybody said this. I'm not coming up with this. This is because
This was a New York Times article.
No, I don't know. It's because people are, it's hard to work out material with people filming in the fucking audience, and then all of a sudden they put on YouTube.
I don't think that's what it is. I mean, like Dave does it and Rock does it, and people are freak out. I've seen Chris Rock go on stage and say, "Look, if I see a phone, I'm walking off." Somebody takes out their phone, and he walks off without telling a joke. I've seen him do that twice. So like, it's not the craziest thing in the world. I don't think that's what. I really just think he doesn't. It's like Floyd Mayweather fighting a hungry young challenger. It's like, well, if I beat him, you'll say, of course you should.
Right.
And if I lose, you'll say, whoa. And I think it's to him. He's like, well, if I'm not funny, it's the big story. If I am funny, you're like, well, yeah, that's just another thing.
But he was
has
always
to be so funny. But being funny and having a great act is two different things. And I think he's just like, I don't want to go through building a great act again.
It's so hard.
It's so hard.
God, but
it would be fucking awesome.
It would be so great.
It would be the greatest moment.
Sick.
It would be nuts.
With all his fucking history and life since he's done stand-up.
He's got 30 years of shit to talk about.
He would be fucking amazing. He could... I don't know, because he was funny as fuck.
Eddie, if you're listening.
If you're listening, Eddie.
You've got 4 people sitting here. I'd love to see you again.
and I can get you on in places, all right? I can get you on at Bananas in fucking...
I know the guys from the stand. I think we're all willing to try whatever we need to do.
Let's do it. I'll text Esty right now.
Can you imagine him walking?
Okay. Is it okay if Eddie goes on?
He's really funny, Esty. You got to see him.
You got to see this guy.
Who bumps who at the cellar? Seinfeld or Eddie? Who bumps?
Nobody bumps Eddie.
Nobody bumps Eddie.
Nobody
if he walked inside,
the only person that could bump Eddie is like if Cosby was like, "All right, here's what happened." That's the only guy. Other than that, nobody bumps Eddie. Nobody bumps Eddie.
Oh my God!
That's it.
I'm gonna talk about what happened with those 47 women. So
that's
sorry,
fucking
Eddie.
the line of the fucking year. The only person that can bump Eddie is
that's it.
Okay. Can Kevin Hart bump Eddie?
No.
No one can bump Eddie.
No. And Kevin Hart wouldn't want to
obviously.
bump Eddie.
I'm just saying in popularity because
No.
you can't do it.
Eddie would get a
Murphy's
10-minute standing ovation.
No.
Like he would get. People would be so excited just to watch Eddie.
I think
do stand
only
up
Jesus
again. Yeah, like that's
can
it.
bump
not
Eddie.
with the Jews. Yeah, fucking Eddie Murphy.
Jesus
Boy,
on
God.
Christmas night couldn't bump Eddie Murphy at
That's
all.
fucking.
He's like, "Are you sure?" It's kind of my night.
But it's Easter.
I mean, I want to see Eddie as much as the next person. I'm the reason he's doing this.
I've been
again.
booked for 365 days for this.
The fucking Pope. The Pope.
Nobody.
Nobody bumps Eddie.
Nobody.
Maybe Barack.
Not even. I think even Barack wants
Even
to know
Barack
what's
would
going on.
Here's the question I
I
had
don't
back
think
in the
anybody
day.
wants to perform more than they want to see Eddie. So
Yeah.
it's almost like
When Barack played golf with Tiger Woods, who was more impressed? Tiger to play with the president or the president to play with Tiger, do you think?
Tiger now or 2007?
They played. I don't know when they played.
I say Barack because Tiger was famous first. It's always who was famous first. It's always like, oh man, I can't believe I'm playing with this guy. Because there was a time when he wasn't president.
That's true.
And he knew Tiger Woods was the biggest guy.
Yeah. See, I had an argument with people. I think Tiger.
And Tiger Woods has to prove that he's Tiger Woods every time, and the president knows he's a fraud.
See, I think Tiger's as big as Jordan.
Absolutely.
At one point.
Yeah.
I feel like he hasn't had a good.
But Tiger Woods is like synonymous with the best.
With golf.
He's like synonymous with the best. Like if
With
you
the
say
best.
he's the Tiger Woods of this.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no way.
First of all, 2 years ago, he won 5 tournaments. 5 2 years ago.
He did?
Yeah, he won 5. And that guys don't win that many in their whole career. And that was 2 years ago. So just the last 2 years he's been having problems. But he's still Tiger fucking Woods, so he can do whatever he wants.
Sure.
He could come to the fucking golf course with a croquet mallet and still be Tiger Woods.
He could bump Eddie.
Oh, yeah, Tiger could bump Eddie. Tiger could bump...
Jordan might be able to bump Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy.
You don't think fucking Tiger could bump Eddie?
No, because golf is boring unless you're playing it.
Thank you. If you're not into golf, you're not into golf.
No. If you're not actually swinging the fucking club, it's the worst fucking sport ever.
Say there's a dinner and they have speakers and it's not comedy. Okay, tonight's speakers are Eddie Murphy, Tiger Woods, and
Barack Obama.
Right, you know.
I'm going to the bathroom during Tiger.
Who do you think who headlines that fucking thing?
Barack.
Well, obviously the president.
Yeah, Barack. But I mean, if it's stand-up comedy, if you bill it as stand-up comedy,
okay,
there's nobody that's more interested in Eddie Murphy.
All right, we got a couple minutes. What do you guys want to plug?
Just please come see me in Tampa this Thursday.
Go see him in Tampa. I'm going to use my plug for him. Go see him in Tampa.
Please.
Yeah. Tampa, you love the club. You love Pete. What the fuck else are you going to do in Tampa? Right?
Yeah.
Pete Davidson.
I don't know.
In Tampa.
I'm going to golf, though.
They got air conditioning.
Do you play golf?
I like going to driving ranges.
All right.
Colin's a big golfer.
Yeah, I played with him. We both played the worst we've ever played.
Oh, my God. I'm sure you both were just saying that.
No, we both. I couldn't hit a ball.
I'm normally much better.
I could only drive and putt. My regular game, the middle game, I'm off.
I've never played before, but I'm sure I'm good at it.
So much fun.
That's fine. So where are you at? You're in London, and
are you a good bowler?
I broke 2 fingers bowling. That's a long story.
Oh,
really?
It was actually a short story. I slipped with my fingers in the ball.
What is it? And it just got stuck?
It's just
Hold on.
shattered
But you
in the
still
bowl.
won, I bet.
August 8th, come to the Ridgefield Playhouse. August 8th, get your tickets now. Me, Bonnie, and Florentine. Quick plug, Mike.
Soho Theater, London. Please come this weekend.
Thanks for coming in, you guys. It was fucking great.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for having me.
All right, man. We're out.